We are the... Dun, dun, dun.
Wait, is this our real video?
Yes, I am. The Paranormal Angels.
Yeah, but it's been a whole minute and I'm seeing your texting.
I told you when we were recording.
Oh.
All right. So anyway, we started this video. We're going to go
Is
fast.
this really the beginning?
Yes, it's going to be the beginning. I like it when it's off the cuff. I don't like following a script.
Oh, but I'm...
No, keep...
Oh.
Is the volume on?
No.
Oh, we'll put it on. Hopefully she'll call. We're hoping to get Annette so she can feel part of this. You know, she's on a trip with her family, and we just, you know, we're three. And what's?
Pardon me.
I know, me too.
That's better.
What is the Three Musketeers? One.
Charlie's Angels.
Well,
Oh.
that's where we got our name, Paranormal Angels. No, but what's Three Musketeers saying? Do you know? No? Okay, no. I forgot. One for all?
Oh, yeah, all for one.
One for all and all for one?
I think so.
Okay. There you go.
But unfortunately, she was unable to join us today. So we were trying to call, but then we didn't tell her, and she's not going to answer.
Oh,
I wouldn't answer either if someone videoed me randomly.
I would. Okay, so we're here just to talk about, we thought we could start sharing our stories, our experiences. For me, they're mostly funny. I
think in general, we laugh a lot.
We do laugh a lot.
You know, we do get scared sometimes doing some things. I wouldn't say scared.
I don't like to be behind the last one on the line.
Yeah. But we've gotten
or
much
the first
better.
One. I like to be.
We've gotten much better. We this last time we went on our own floors, our own areas. You know, where we don't get startled as easily as we used to. But
I do.
Well, I don't. But we do. I know I look away from the camera. We do have fun. We do laugh a lot, and unfortunately that may be why we need to be in our own group right now. But we because we're too noisy laughing when we're singing. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm saying and a lot. We would like to tell you about this past weekend.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. We had been wanting to go on an adventure for such a long time. Then we were stuck at home with the pandemic. And finally we got a chance to do what we wanted to do. So we went on a road trip, just a day trip. We had a daytime investigation already in the books.
Yeah, we had rescheduled one from
March,
right? And then everything happened like it did for everyone, and we had to reschedule. So we were thankful. We rescheduled for June, and we were able to do that. So.
And on the way over there, we decided, well, we like to make lots of stops. Cemeteries must be one of them.
Yeah. And
then
some abandoned places we'll try to pull over and look around.
Yeah, I mean, it says no trespassing. Sometimes like jump over the fence. Just to take a picture. I'm not breaking in. I'm not going like inside the house, but you know, I do want to see some, you know, do urban exploring.
Urban exploring is when you explore a man-made building.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, we just looked up that definition the first time we tried to make this video, so
yeah,
now we know.
So on our way down, we decided to stop at a place that seemed very interesting, and we're definitely going to be going back for an investigation in the future. And how did we connect with them?
We connected through Instagram. We were watching YouTube and saw that an old jail that we had wanted to see. Liz had seen that on something on YouTube, and we had looked it up. And then when I was rewatching different haunted things that may have been in the area, I made the connection that jail was also in the town as something else. And someone that we follow on Instagram was the one who seemed to be in charge of of investigations and things like that there. We knew we wouldn't be able to investigate this time because we had the other investigation set up. But
at least make that connection so we could possibly, come back and be interested. Is it worth our while?
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
And it really wasn't too far from us. It was only a couple hours.
Yeah, not at all.
And so I actually called Liz up and I said, I made this connection. This video on YouTube is the same guy that we follow on Instagram, and I think this might be a really bad idea because we don't know him from anyone.
Idea?
Should we go contact him and possibly see if we can get in and see these places just for a little while? And then she said,
absolutely. Let me send him a message. And I did, and he answered immediately. Very sweet, very nice man, and agreed to meet us the next day, right? The next morning.
Yeah, it was
and I said, we'll only have this much time because we have this investigation somewhere else, but we'd love just to meet you, and if it's possible, to just take a quick view of this jail.
Right. So sure enough, he met us. We went there. We met him somewhere else first, another haunted location that's really not what we're focusing on today. And he spent close to 2 hours with us, and we had just contacted him the afternoon before. So that was amazing to us. Amazing.
Yeah. Such a gentleman. I mean, he was pure gentleman. The stories were fascinating. He's only been investigating for 3 years.
Yeah.
Just really connected. I felt like we were all connected very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So he took us to the jail. And what happened?
Okay, so first of all, it's beautiful. It's a stone building built in. Oh, we should have looked, but I think it's 1876, but it was in the 1870 time frame, and actually was in use till 1997. Is that what you said?
1997, I thought. Yeah.
1997. So it was in use quite a long time. Okay, so we're at the jail. We go inside. It's the same as other historic jails we've been to with the sheriff's house, how the sheriff's house is attached, had been in the front.
Yeah. He opened up the doors, and it was urban exploring stream. The paint is like falling off of the walls. The wallpaper was very, it was 1970s, right?
Yeah.
He took us around on the first floor, which was the booking area for the inmates or anybody who broke the law. I don't know how you call them. What do you call them?
I guess inmates.
Yeah.
Prisoners, jailbirds. No jailbirds if they run away.
Anyway, but he took us into this room, I think is when they checked in the person who's arrested, and he said, look at these shoes. These shoes have not moved since 1997. And the rubber of the shoes had completely
like piles
crumbled off of the sole of the
like,
shoe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was amazing because it had the shape of the shoe.
Yeah.
Right? That was really neat.
Because they were like on the lowest shelf of a bookcase hanging off the front. So then everything kind of like crumbled down to the floor.
That was so cool.
That was neat.
But anyway, then he took us upstairs and we got to see the living quarters. I just love places like these. I mean, it just the history that you could feel what it must have been like them living there. It was just so.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
And then he took us down to the jail, and that was amazing.
It was really. The cells were so small. I can't believe they used them, and they're not at all what I picture for a more. I know 97 isn't that modern, but like a more modern jail.
Yeah.
Because it's the bunks that were very narrow and not that long.
I'm going to say about not even 3 feet. Do you think they were maybe
wide?
3 feet?
No, I would say less. But they were very, very small. Standing next to it, you couldn't have two people next to each other. It would be one person.
Yeah.
And then there's like the toilet pushed back against the wall and the bed pushed against the wall, and then literally the beds go from the one side to the wall. I mean, they take the whole space. It was very small. And I'm going to say this again. If you ever end up in that situation, put your head by
Where the bars are.
By the bars. Not by the toilet. That would not be a nice way to wake up with your cellmate.
Oh, no.
Cellmate using that there next to your
knees
head
as a pillow.
Oh, can you imagine your head down there? You wake up. Anyway, I'm sure they all had their heads down at the other end. But okay. So we walked around there. It was really. What are you doing? Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to mention there was it had a padded cell, which is something that we've been to quite a few jails and historic jails, and we've never seen a padded cell. We've seen a lot of really different cool things, disturbing. But we haven't seen a padded cell before.
Oh, that was disturbing.
And this video isn't so much about the paranormal in this experience, but I keep touching my mic. Sorry if that makes noise. The feeling of that cell, like I was going in and out of them, taking pictures, not thinking anything of it, listening to stories, just doing whatever. And then when I got to that, it just was such a heavy you need to turn around and not go in there feeling. I still went in, of course, and took picture. And I was telling Liz earlier, I took a selfie in there. I remember doing it. I know who does that, but I do, I guess. Really? And but it wasn't on my camera, unfortunately. So I could have been trying to do it quickly because I really was very uncomfortable in there, and maybe it just didn't take. But okay, so we went through there. We saw the cells there. We saw the common area, where they would go to eat and play. And the shower was freestanding.
Well, about as big as what it would be in a tiny home.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably like a camper's shower or whatever, but it was just there. I don't know. It was like where you would walk to go past all the cells. Then they plopped down this shower right at the end of it, and that's all that was.
There was a second level, but they had taken out the stairs, and so
the man showing us around.
He told us that there had been a bathtub up there, right?
Yeah, there was a bathtub upstairs.
Yeah.
That's why I said, I
Did
wonder.
we go into the ladies' area as well?
That was just one room that I guess sometimes for families or ladies.
Right,
but I had said the bathtub would be above the shower, so when they drained the bath, that was the shower water.
Is that what he said?
No, that's what I said.
Oh.
Why not, right? They didn't seem to care about anything else.
I think they would call that gray water.
Oh. But anyway.
That's what I'm all into the tiny home,
Oh.
the van
so that's
life.
like reusing water.
Water is called gray water.
Well, maybe they had gray water. I don't know. Okay, so we looked.
Learned something.
We looked at that, and then he took us down to the basement.
Oh, and the basement. Well, let me go into the one room that really affected me. It was a room that had these ledger books of everybody that they had booked in the jail, right?
Yeah.
And the crimes they had committed, and I think there were other...
there were other books from the town in there,
from
too.
the town, yeah. But it was just so beautiful. I mean, they were from the 1800s and then early 1900s. The penmanship.
Oh, yeah, all handwritten.
It was...
Yeah.
And it smelled in there like wet paper.
Yeah.
Right? Which I kind of love. It's that musty kind of...
Yeah.
But it just really affected me because they took such care in writing down.
And they were huge. The books...
Oh my gosh, they were enormous.
Size were huge.
And in great condition.
Yeah.
Absolutely great condition. And I told the man, this was my favorite room because I really felt connected to, the care for writing every detail down, which we don't do anymore, basically.
Yeah.
But anyway, not to get down. Let's talk about the good part.
Okay. So he shows us back. Now it's obviously much rougher condition down there. It's just a basement. It's a stone basement. It has cells in it. But first, before we get back to the cells, we're walking our way back there, and there's a door that says, "Do not enter." Liz likes to try every door that says "Do not enter," or any door that just happens to be shut.
That'd be a door.
So we found our place. We found ourselves in quite a few times.
You don't know you can't know what's past unless you open the door.
I don't know.
So there's a saying when you start your life all over again.
So anyway, so she. Now it's like it's there, but I can't think of what it is. Every door.
One door shuts and another one opens, or something like that.
Okay, so anyway, so we go, and I'm gonna walk past the door that says "Do not open," and then this man who we met about an hour ago, maybe an hour and a half at this point, that we never knew. We don't know anyone who knows him. We just made the connection. And we didn't
tell anybody where we were going.
Make the connection from Instagram. And now I had said where I was going to our first location. I never updated that we went to this jail, the second location. So absolutely no one knows where we are at this time. Maybe the town, not the location. So we go to this door, and he tells us, go ahead, open the door. All right, so we open the door. Stone room, no windows, no other doors. A stone room full of
evidence. Lots and lots of evidence.
Any kind of thing you could think of, it was probably in there.
I mean, I'm thinking, how many unsolved crimes are there? Because there's a lot of evidence in here.
Yes, it was like cubicle, little cube things, and in it were just everything you would see, envelopes and boxes and just items sitting on the shelves and all this. I mean, it was amazing. Again,
it was
like
amazing.
The padded cell, something we have never seen in a place.
No.
And honestly, surprising that it was there and just all out. I mean, yeah, it says do not open, but that's not going to keep
I'm there, I'm going to open it.
That's not going to keep very many people back. So we're looking in this room, right? Liz went into the room. I was right at the doorway of the room. We're taking pictures, kind of just looking around. And the man, now, okay, how it works is we're walking back towards the cells at the back of the basement. This doorway is kind of in the middle. It's like a little hall type area. And then the other way is the exit, right? Or to go back upstairs. This man, very kind, was so thankful he spent so much time with us that day. He tells us we can look in this room. We're looking in the room, amazed. What is this stuff? I can't believe it's here. All of a sudden, he says to us, on an investigation the other night, a gentleman asked me, why is this here? So, okay, what's he talking about? We turn to look, and as we look, he pulls a knife out of a pipe up above. So here we are with a man we met an hour and a half ago. No one who knows him, just knows he posts on Instagram. No one knows where we are. We're in a room that is a stone room with no windows, and a man blocking.
It did have a wooden door.
A man blocking our exit, holding a knife.
Oh my God!
What?
And we didn't even think any of it. We're like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. What was it doing up there? How'd you get up there?
We did not even flinch. We didn't get scared. We didn't think anything of it except, why is there a knife in that pipe? Now, common sense tells you that is not a good situation. But we didn't have any of that common sense at that time, I guess.
Oh, my God.
Oh, okay, so fine. He was a wonderful man. He obviously didn't do anything to hurt us. But he put the knife, I believe, back where he found it.
He did. He put it back in the pipe.
So, okay, knife goes back. We're oblivious, thinking nothing of it. Let's walk deeper into this jail in the basement with him.
It looked like a dungeon.
It was kind of dungeony. So, okay, then he points out, hanging from the ceiling is this rusted clamp that looks like a handcuff hanging from the ceilings. And he, right after the knife, he points out this to us. How someone had asked him about this recently, and points out this scary, like, clamp from the hanging, perfect for your wrist, hanging from the ceiling. Okay, it was a pipe clamp. Okay, nothing too scary. But still, right after holding up a knife and then pointing this out, most people would be done.
Yeah.
Us, we go in deeper. So we go in, we go by the cells. Very interesting. They're small. The beds and stuff weren't in there. They seemed even smaller. I don't know if they were.
Yeah, I think so.
It was much dirtier down there. There were the doors, they had some of the old cell doors, packed in some of the rooms and stuff. And Liz was walking around looking, and I was looking in, and the gentleman was near me. And he says, we think this was the, what's it called?
Solitary?
Solitary. He goes, we think that they possibly use this for solitary. And he said, if you look right here, there's a bolt coming out of the wall or whatever it was. And right here, there's a nail coming out of the wall. And it's the perfect length to have a wrist on each side and attached to the wall. And on these, right now, there is barbed wire. So he's telling me how they could attach the barbed wire and attach to these hooks and stuff. Do they know that's what happened? Absolutely not. Do I now know that he could have killed me with the knife or stabbed me with a knife, either thrown me in the evidence room or dragged me here and hooked me to barbed wire? And yet I say, oh, that's interesting. Let's see what else we can find.
Well, I can assure you, if anything would have happened, oh my gosh, I would have protected you 100%. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, you were on the other side.
I was on the other side.
But I mean, he was an amazing man. He was very kind. He was just giving us the information. He was not anything.
It's just funny, afterwards when we're telling this story to people, they're like, are you crazy? Who does what you do?
Right.
It's not even the ghost hunting part. It's just kind of...
I think the ghost hunting goes hand in hand with some locations and some situations that the average person might not be that comfortable with.
No.
I don't know, but retelling that story, honestly, when I retold the story, to me, it was not about a man holding a knife. It wasn't about, being blocked in the cellar. It wasn't about barbed wire that could be holding me into the walls. It was about the interesting jail and about, the history of it. And, there was a prisoner who this happened to, or this happened, or this or that. And as I'm telling the story, people are like, wait, stop. You are standing there in a basement, blocked from your exit by a man you just met holding a knife. And I'm God. Yeah, that doesn't sound so good.
Yeah, that was, but this isn't the only kind of crazy experiences we've had. No. But this
just happens
the most
to
recent.
be the most recent.
And we thought we'd share it with you.
We thought we'd share it with you, and you know what? I think we might come back and keep sharing some of these adventures we have.
Yeah, we may not make it as long because I think
we're long again.
25. I thought we were gonna cut stuff out.
I think we made it longer. We did cut stuff out, but
no, it's the same.
But the beginning.
Oh yeah, I added like a minute. I'm like, let's get started.
Oh, and then I never even called her.
Well, call her again.
Let me see.
Yeah.
No, she didn't answer me.
She didn't?
No.
Call her again.
I think she's on vacation.
So?
I'm not calling her again. But here, I know what I'll do.
Are you going to show her picture?
Yes, I'll show her picture. Because there are three of us. I'm Amber. This is Liz. I think we said it. And then...
I thought you were going to say, I think this is Liz.
Yeah. And then we have Annette, and I'll pull up her.
Annette. She's our researcher. She's amazing.
And she is
She can
definitely
find anything about anybody.
Our voice of reason.
Yeah.
Which means we wouldn't be
I'm definitely not the voice of reason.
Of those situations. When it ends up being just the two of us, we definitely get in much more trouble.
My list is on here. So the subjects that we were going to talk about, dang it, I didn't write them down.
Okay, here's Annette. How do I do it like that? Oh, there she is. That's good. That's Annette. She's our number 3 or our number 1, however you want
Number
to
1.
think about it. But
I'm number 3.
She's the 3rd member of our group.
Yes.
So anyway, we hope you liked our story, and we hope to be able to tell you many more.
Yes, and shorter too.
Yeah, we'll try to be shorter. I guess we ramble.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye. Did I? No, wait.
Oh.